Talking to Chris Johnson about a conversation we had earlier this year when he downplayed how good this year's team would be. Johnson said he likes to take the Lou Holtz method, not giving away the hand that he has been dealt. Safe to say it was a pretty good hand. The Spartans 19-0, second ranked in 4A. Rivalry game with Snyder tonight in the Precision Glass signature matchup. Halstead comes out on fire. Zach Terrell helps Sparty out to a 24-10 lead in the first quarter, ZT 16. Second quarter, back comes Snyder. Sophomore Stephen Halstead nailing the three. Snyder down just one at the break. Third quarter, Halstead gets the hot hand once again. Trevor Osborne, one of his third quarter threes. Halstead was up by as many as 12 in the third. Snyder, though, fighting back. ZT on the break. Garen Miller lets him down easy with the rejection. Then on the other end, Miller time again. Snyder had come all the way back to take a three-point lead. 1 minute remaining. Halstead down one. Nick Gamble, the ISO play. He gets it to go 2 of his 20. Halstead would add a couple free throws to go up 3. Time winding down. Halstead, the open man. Bang! We go to overtime, tied at 60 in OT. It may have been senior night, but the sophomore Halstead stealing all the headlines. He had 15, and then Jeremy Robinson, another 15. Jermaine Robinson, I should say. Unbeaten no more. Snyder gets its biggest win in a few years, 71-66 over Halstead.
I was just hoping we get an open look the whole game. I don't know, our shooters were feeling it, and I got the look and I hit it. Oh, it's huge. It makes senior night perfect.
We were fortunate to get to play them at 19-0, and our young men are going to remember it for the rest of their lives, upsetting the 19-0 team in late February.
Joining us now for our big game breakdown, our studio analyst from AWP, Scott Ziegler. All right, Ziggy. Man, this was a shocker. Snyder taking down the Spartans.
Yeah, Tommy, what a game, like you said, that we had tonight. What a game for Snyder. Congratulations to them. But the season's not over quite yet. But as we take a look at the game, it may have been senior night, but Stephen Halstead took over the show. Here in our first play, Tommy, we're actually going to break down 2 plays here just because they went in overtime, so we're going to do extra work. The point guard is going to penetrate in here. He's going to draw the defense. Kick out for Halstead. It's good. That's when Snyder takes into overtime right there, tying the game at 63. As we go into overtime here, we're going to take in here. Notice here, let's rewind this back to notice how Halstead got so wide open in this segment. We're going to notice the 2 Halstead defenders on top of the zone are going to get caught up right here. Halstead's going to pop up to the top, hit the 3 right here. This gave Snyder the big lead here, a couple of free throws down late. Congratulations to the Snyder Panthers on the big win tonight.
It helped that it was an NBA 3. All right, good stuff out of you, Ziggy. Appreciate it. Boy, we had a good one tonight out at Snyder. Rivalry game. Anytime you get these 2 on the same court, field, doesn't matter. It's always good. Even though Halstead jumped out to an early lead, Snyder came all the way back. Nick Gamble, though, put them up late. But then Stephen Halstead sending it into overtime with the 3. And then Halstead in the extra session buries the sophomore with 15 on senior night. 71-66. Snyder hands Halstead its first loss of the year.
Early on in that second quarter. Here's a big play for Snyder. As we notice, we're going to watch him pop out for the screen. But let's see how this happens. Tagashi goes around the screen rather than going over top of the screen, which helps to create separation. Hits the big time 3. This actually cuts it to 32-31 going in the half. Snyder had that big run towards the end of the second quarter. Here we're going to see the point guard's going to penetrate. He's going to have the 2 Halstead defenders collapse on him. He's going to hit number 5 for the big 3. He had a big shot all night for the sophomore. And Halstead hit another big one there. Here we're going to see penetrate, but as we rewind this back, let's watch how Halstead gets open. It's because, like we broke down on the score, we're going to notice the 2 Halstead defenders are going to get caught here in no man's land. Halstead's going to square open to the basket, hit the NBA range 3. This gave him the big lead in overtime, and Snyder never looked back going from there.
One of the things that I noticed about most of those Halstead 3s, good 2, 3, maybe sometimes even 4 feet behind the arc. I mean, he was draining NBA bombs.
No, they were deep, and he's only a sophomore, so we got a chance to see him for another couple years.
Coach, did you see that coming from the sophomore?
Halstead has been playing well all year. We're going to put some weight on him next year, obviously, but he's doing a heck of a job, and he's just an all-around player. He's gaining confidence every day. He played a lot of varsity last year as a freshman, and he's just gaining confidence. We're glad we're going to have him for 2 more years.
The star of the night, Stephen Halstead, 15 points, the big three that sent it into overtime. He hit another one in OT.